Hi friends, welcome back. Naji here. We are continuing a discussion with LangChain retrievers, and in this video we will be discussing on multi-vector retriever. So multi-vector retriever saves multiple vectors for the same document. So in our last video we have discussed about parent document retriever, which is a type of multi-vector retriever in which it will be saving a small chunks. It will be saving two vectors. One is a small chunk vector and another one is the bigger document vector, or we can say the bigger chunks vector. Okay, so that is a type of multi-vector retriever. So that is, here you can see the first method, that is with respect to multi-vector retriever, the smaller chunks method, which is similar to the parent document retriever, in which we will be splitting a document into smaller chunks and we will be keeping embedding, or we will be creating vectors of smaller chunks and the bigger chunks. Whenever a query is happening, we will be first we will be do the similarity search with respect to the smaller chunks, and whenever the match occurs, it will be return the bigger chunks or the parent document. So that is how the smaller chunks works. Then next is summary. So this is similar to smaller chunks, but instead of creating smaller chunks, what happens is that it will be creating the summary of the chunks. Okay, then rest of the process is same. So whenever a query is invoked, it will first compare with the smaller document or smaller chunks, that is a smaller summary chunks, then it will return the parent document or the bigger chunks. And the another thing is hypothetical questions. This is another method of multi-vector retriever, in which it will be actually creating some of the hypothetical questions with respect to each chunk. So whenever a query is invoked, the hypothetical questions will be compared, and based on that the parent document or the bigger chunks will be returned. So this is the three different methods of multi-vector retriever, and in this video we will be concentrating on summary multi-vector retriever. So we'll see what are the basic steps that involved in creating multi-vector retriever with respect to a summary. First we need to create a chunks, then we need to create a summary of chunks. So how we will be creating that? We will be creating with respect to a LLM model. So we will be passing these chunks to a LLM model, and we will say that, okay, create a summary for this particular chunks. Okay, then we'll be adding this summary to a vector database, and we will be saving the document chunks into a memory or in-memory vector store. Then we will be performing the retrieval process of data. So that is the basic step. We'll see how that can be done. Okay, so I have my Visual Studio Code is open. So here I have some boilerplate code is already created. So these are the few imports should be known by this time. We have a InMemoryByteStore, Chroma, TextLoad, RecursiveCharacterTextSplitter, Olama, ChatOlama, OpenAI Embeddings, all those things are imported. Then this is our loader. We are importing this particular text file, and the RecursiveSplitter is done, and this is our document. So the first step is done. We created the documents. Now what we are going to do? We are going to create summary for this document. For that we need a LLM model. So here we are going to create Olama, ChatOlama, and I'll be using the model as 5.3. Okay, here one thing we need to remember: whenever we use a summary or some kind of a process, ensure that we are using the high quality LLM models. Otherwise the summary that we are creating will be a low quality summary, and finally eventually we will not get the accurate result, or the result accuracy will be very less. So here, since it's a demo, I will be using the 5.3. It's a medium size, and we can import few other things. Okay, we can import a UID, this to create the unique ID, and I can import few more things. I can import from LangChain core documents. We need to import the document, and LangChain output parsers is also needed. From LangChain core output parsers, we can import the string output parser. Then we need to have a prompt also. Prompt, I can import ChatPromptTemplate. Okay, now we can create a chain. So what this chain does is, it will create the document, it will create a first it will take the page content from the document. I can take x dot page content. Okay, then we are using a pipe symbol. This is a expression language, and here we are creating a ChatPromptTemplate dot from template. So our template will be what we are going to summarize the following documents, and I can pass /n/n. Here I can pass the doc. Here we don't need the comma. Then next is we are passing this to a LLM model. Then from the LLM model we are going to return into the string output parser. So the chain is ready. Now we can create the summary. So here I can have a summaries, and we are going to use the chain dot batch. So this will be execute in batch. Now we can use the batch, not batch. It will be batch batch, and I can pass our document as input. Okay, and here I can pass maximum concurrency as 5. Now we can execute this. So the execution is progress. It may take some time. Okay, so we will have our summary. Okay, so once we have the summary, then the next step is we need to save this summary into vector store. We'll see how can we do that. So let me create a vector store. It may take some time, this summary creation. So in between, like, we can complete our coding part, then I can explain that. Here we have the Chroma. I can mention the collection name as summary, so which need a embedding function, which is our okay, I think I didn't initialize the embedding here. Okay, so we can create a embedding function also. So let me have a embedding. I can create Olama embedding, and the model name is 53. So we will be using this embedding model here. Okay, now we have our vector store is ready. Now I can create another store, that is, here we will be using the InMemoryByteStore. Then I am specifying a ID. Okay, so our ID will be doc ID. So this will be a metadata information. Now we can have a retriever. For the retriever, I can create a multi-vector retriever. So this multi-vector retriever should be imported. This can be imported from LangChain .vectorstores.multi import multi-vector not vector store retriever, LangChain.retriever.multi-vector. I can import multi-vector retriever. So multi-vector retriever is ready. Now I can use multi-vector retriever. Now we can pass few parameters. One is vector store. This is similar to the parent document retriever, and here I am passing my vector store here. Now I can specify the store. I can mention the doc store. I can use store here. Now I can specify the ID key. The ID key that I am using, that will be ID key. Okay. So now we have our vector store is ready. Now we can create few unique IDs for each document. For that I can create IDs. How I am going to use that? I am going to use for in docs. Okay, I am going to create the UUID. So UUID can be created. UUID dot UUID4 and this will be the unique IDs for each of these documents. Okay, so once we have that, now we can create the summary doc. So earlier we created a summary which is a text. Now we need to convert these summaries into document. For that, what we can do, we can loop through each summary. I can say for I as in enumerate summaries, and here I can mention document. Here we can have a page content. Page content can be S. Now I can pass a metadata information. Here the metadata information will be ID key, because we created this, right? I can mention doc IDs dot I. Okay, so here we have created the document ID for each document. Now we are linking this document with respect to the summary doc. Okay, so we are almost done with this. Now what we can do, we can have a retriever dot vector_store dot add document. So this document will be our summary doc. Okay, now we can add retriever dot docstore dot mset. Here we will be zip. We will be zip the doc IDs with respect to the chunks. So in this way it will able to reference between the summary of the document and the parent document. Okay, so that's it about the coding part. Now once the creation of the summary is done, we will able to execute that, but it seems to be taking time. It may take another 5 to 10 minutes. So what we'll do, I will pause the video, then we will come back once it's done. Okay, the execution is completed, right? So we'll see what all things are there in the summaries. So let me see the summary, and we can take the first summary, and this is the summary, right? This is the first summary. This is in the text format. Okay, now what we can do, we can have the embedding. Now I can create the vector store. Here we are creating the vector store, and this is our in-memory store. This is our doc ID. So I'm executing all those things. And here we have the multi-vector retriever is ready. And in multi-vector retriever, we will have a multiple vector store with respect to the same document. So that here we can see a vector store is there, and here we have a doc store is there, and ID is there. Okay, so this is the ID that we are linking between the summary and the parent document, or the original chunks. So we are creating a doc IDs and we are creating the summaries. Okay, now we are adding the summary doc, and we are adding the summary document with the vector store, and we are adding the original chunks with respect to the document ID, and we are zipping the document ID and the docs, and we are adding that to the doc store. So that is also in progress. Okay, so once that is done, what we can do, first we can do a query with respect to sub document. So what we will do, we can have a retriever dot vector store. So this will be querying with respect to the summary similarity search. I can ask for justice Briar. Here the sub docs can be seen, and let me take the first one, dot page content. And I can take the length of it. 2640 is its length. Okay, now what we can do, we can invoke the retrieve doc. Retrieve doc. Here what we can do, we can use the multi-vector retriever dot invoke, I can ask justice Brian. Now I'm not worried about the accuracy. I just want to see how this works. So when we implement the original project or real-time project, then we can discuss about more about the accuracy and all those things. So here we can able to see the original text file and we can see the page content here. And let me check the length of it, length of the page content, and this is the length is very high, like 9194 is the page content length. So in this way we will able to implement more complex retrievers. So we will have a summary and we will have the parent chunks, and based on the retriever it will retrieve the parent chunks, but comparison is internally happening with the small chunks or summary, which will give the more accurate result. So that is all about in this video. So please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.